Draper Radio.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? It's Mr. Swicky here.
And Mr. Whipple.
All right, we got Mr. Whipple back on the show, Mr. Blaze.
Yes, I think second, third. I
think it's my third
time.
time.
Yeah.
I think it is.
We had on Going Outside you were on.
Yeah.
And then Fall was a fall time one.
I think a fall or favorite fall location.
Yeah,
Yep.
very cool, very cool.
Yep.
Excellent. Maybe we should have like rewards once you hit to like a certain tier.
Like, different tier packages.
Right.
You're at like a platinum tier right now. Yep.
Yeah, so you get a T-shirt, maybe a T-shirt, some extra swag.
I know we got to make more of those. Yeah.
I'll check my mailbox next week.
Yes.
See,
All right.
See what the package
Exactly.
See if the T-shirt fairy stops in.
Yeah.
Draper Radio podcast.
It's gonna be like a hand-drawn T-shirt, really quick. Like, oh, it's the best we could do right now.
Nice.
Until it comes to the veil. Yeah.
I get a kid period one on
Yeah. Right.
half awake eating as he's got pancake syrup all over his shirt.
Painting a white T-shirt. It's the best I could do, Mr. Blaze. Here you
That's
go.
all right. Oh, the coffee.
No, very cool. Pumped to have Mr. Whipple on.
Yeah.
We're not really talking like camping or like outdoors. I think we're taking a real left turn on this episode, though. A left turn into outer space, perhaps.
I love it.
We're talking about aliens today.
So it's really going to be out of this world.
Yeah.
Well played.
See what we did there. First pun of the day.
There we go.
It's fun.
Yeah, very cool.
great.
So I think it's kind of cool. We're all bringing something different to the table. We chatted before coming to this episode. There's so much on aliens out there.
Yes.
But I think a cool starting point would be to talk about if we believe or don't believe, or maybe somewhere in the middle, and then we'll all kind of bring our different theories and thoughts and information to the table.
Excellent. Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
So right off the rip, get right into it. Who wants to go first?
Mr. Whipple, the guest.
All right, I'll go. I'm a firm believer.
True believer. All
True
right.
believer.
Cool.
So,
No
Okay.
doubt. No doubt. Not a shred of
No
doubt.
hesitation there. Yep.
No hesitation. But I also heard the other day on the Rogan podcast
Okay.
that 90% of alien sightings only happen in the United States.
Oh wow.
So
Interesting.
I don't know if it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
I still believe, with a galaxy as big as ours, there has to be other life out
Yeah.
there.
I could.
Like we were talking at lunch today, Mr.
I would
Van.
agree
We
with
like even the galaxies we can see with our telescopes. There's actually galaxies beyond those that we can't even see with our technology.
Yeah.
So like first and foremost, that seems so plausible that there's got to be something out there, right?
Yeah, I would think so. Plus, based on the number of movies made about aliens.
Exactly. Right.
And I do believe some of the sightings
Okay.
could be something from outer space.
Did you have a personal experience at all? You're talking.
I haven't.
Okay.
I don't think I
that would have been epic. All right, let me tell you this one time that
Yeah.
driving down the highway at night and I met one.
We were talking, Mr. Zawicki and I were talking about the beginning of, I think it's Ghostbusters 2.
Yep.
Well, Bill Murray's hosting that show about aliens.
Yep.
And the one woman talks about
Calling all crazy.
how she supposedly got abducted by an alien, in the beginning of Ghostbusters, which is hysterical.
Well,
exactly.
And that goes to like the movies 80s we grew up in, like the rating systems.
Yeah.
I remember one time I showed it in class and I'm like, oh, I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
I know.
everybody close your eyes.
Yeah.
Fast forward.
Sure.
What was us? That was cool back then.
We were tougher back then. We could take it. We could take a couple
right.
of
We were
dirty
tougher.
words and stuff. Yeah, like
Sorry,
whatever.
Right.
generation that's
I know.
here now, but we were a lot tougher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a known fact. We drank out of the hose in the backyard, so
That's right.
made us stronger.
That's it. It did. I agree.
Natural
The minerals.
fortitude,
The
yes.
minerals went
Yeah.
right into the bone.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I mean,
All
That's
right.
right.
I am also a firm believer. I think
Okay.
there has to be something. I'm bringing some historical paintings. Mr. Blaze, I'm stealing your thunder a little bit with that one.
Sure.
But I found some cool Renaissance-era paintings, which back then there was no Alien, there was no Independence Day films. So for these artists to put these suspicious-looking objects in these paintings, to me that just has to be some kind of proof that you actually saw something that would inspire you to put that in your painting. So I am on team, Team E.T.
And these are paintings from like Renaissance.
Yeah, Renaissance, 1400s, 1500s.
Yeah.
Way before, any Alien film ever came out. Alien 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
So
E.T.
they're coming up with this brand new idea. So my theory, it's something that they actually had to see to get that inspiration. Yep.
Yeah, and I think, they talk about a lot of that and like even some like like the hieroglyphics and stuff, they've had some weird images and stuff. And like you go into like how the pyramids were made and
ancient aliens, here we go.
Right, like and how far back, we think of aliens, and I think of more of like Area 51, but like way before there was United States and North America.
Sure.
The stuff I remember seeing it. So there's been something, but they didn't have. I mean, the way they documented back then, it was etching it into a stone or drawing it on paper. So
sure.
But even with all this, we're talking about cameras before the show started, and they had all these 4K cameras. But I tell you, it's like when we did our Bigfoot episode. Somehow they always seem to get a little bit pixelated. So leads to the skepticism. So
sure.
I'm not a doubter. I'm not all in because I'm not like naive. But like you said, like watching these shows on like outer space and like how big the universe is, no matter how big, even like the Webb telescope, which can see like crazy far away. I mean, we're one galaxy, like you were saying, amongst multiple galaxies.
Sure. Right.
I think it's naive not to think there's something, whether it's an alien or whether it's just like Mr. Swicky and I like the Marvel. If there's doppelgangers, like if we have doppelgangers
different dimensions or something.
Like different Earths, like Earth 1, Earth 35.
Right.
Like
alternate
that sort of
universe.
stuff. Yeah, multiverses.
Exactly. Do you guys consider like on that same vein? Like, there's been other planets where maybe bacteria was possibly discovered, like in the soil. Would that kind of consider automatically like extraterrestrial life? It's alive on a different planet.
True, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I guess if you look at the scientific view of it, then yes, that is considered.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Yeah, like this.
Yeah, not of this Earth. So.
Not of this Earth.
Right. I mean, look how many times they're like taking like rocks and stuff that they found from meteors and other things coming. I mean, as far as we know, Earth's like 5 billion, right? About how old Earth is?
Yeah,
give or take, right?
We didn't invite a science person on this stuff. So.
Yeah. So
sounds about right.
Give or take half a billion.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I need the exact age of the Earth, please.
Yes.
Can I get a radioactive carbon dating system?
Yes. With textual evidence, please.
Support your theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they found like we were talking about again, throwing back to the I find that word interesting, the cryptozoology episode.
Yeah.
And like how they found skeletal remains of things that we're not really sure.
Right.
It may have ties to human remains, but it doesn't really fit the profile of Homo sapien.
Well, that kind of goes into what I was talking to Mr. Zwicky about. There was recently a whistleblower, right, in the congressional hearings, this guy David Grush.
Yeah, over the summer,
who he claims the U.S. government does have alien remains and alien spacecraft, tucked away somewhere in Area 51.
Yep.
Right.
So he's saying that we have it. Whether or not, I don't know, maybe, he's on another one of those government experiments like they did with Charles Manson.
Yeah.
They experimented with drugs
the CIA
and all that.
and stuff. Yep.
Right.
He doesn't seem like the type of guy that would experiment with that.
Yeah.
Right.
He was a commander.
For be a former colonel, and to testify in front of Congress.
Right. I mean, because
the Bible swearing, it's pretty.
If for someone to be that like invested in it, they're putting their name and everything who they are on the line.
Yeah. Right.
To say that, I mean, I know I wouldn't say things if I wasn't backed. With some research or.
And Mr. Whipple, you were referencing too. I think I saw the video, but refresh us. There was a Air Force video or Navy planes too.
Yeah. So. David Fravor. He was a U.S. Navy pilot, and he had on his radar come up with something, and him and another pilot had kind of traced this, what they call tic-tac. Tic-tac.
Right.
And so there's video evidence that shows something that can move, and it doesn't appear to have any kind of jet propulsion.
Right.
They have, it doesn't look like it has an engine or anything, but it was able to drop from like 90,000 feet in the air right down to above the sea.
Oh wow!
And there was some kind of turbulence in the ocean right above it. So then there's theory like, is it under the ocean? Are these aliens possibly, or are they using are seized
Right.
for something.
Yeah.
So he
there's a lot.
came on and during congressional hearing to say he has video evidence. He followed it just to record it, just so he has evidence of it.
Is that out there? You said.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's it called?
David
How do you spell-
Fravor.
YouTube it up.
Yeah, YouTube David
Yeah.
Fravor.
I think that came out during the 2020 COVID lockdown, didn't it?
Yeah.
And a bunch of people were joking, like, "Oh, here's this one more thing for 2020. First we have pandemic, now we got
Well,
aliens."
there's a
now.
theory that's the reason why the government won't release anything
really?
about it,
Okay.
because they don't want people becoming so overly hyped
Yeah.
and frightened.
Sure.
With just one more thing.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It'd be one more straw that breaks the camel's back there.
Yeah.
Ah,
So, there he is.
If I can get some
David
volume.
Fravor.
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Opening statement on unidentified anomalous phenomenon, UAP.
Anomalous.
An old UAP.
Yeah. I think UFO is kind of outdated. They don't really use UFO too
Yeah,
much.
you got to come up with a new
It's
term.
like unidentified aerial phenomenon or
Well,
anomalous
like-
apparently, and,
Oh, I think the audio might not come in because we're.
we're
Here we go.
talking. Oh, we can always post a link, see if they
Yeah.
want to check out his words.
There
Here,
we
about
go.
a 5-minute video.
So we'll post that up there.
Yeah, but I don't think
Facebook
there's
or whatnot.
no modern tech that could match what Mr. Whipple's describing to drop from that ceiling to that quick, and a modern
No.
airplane be ripped to shreds. So
Well, right. I mean, I think of what was it the cool thing that was like the Harrier, like the jump
Yeah.
jet there, like
Right.
that was a cool thing. But like to move like in a stealth fashion,
yeah.
and to move at like
little speed,
crazy, like to have the speed of like like the stealth,
Yeah.
like a,
Sure.
It's just
Yeah.
Well, I had found out too in researching, David Fravor and David, our whatever Grush guy,
Mm-hmm.
that the U.S. in the 1940s had developed a plane
Mm-hmm.
that was technically undetectable until Russia shot it down.
Oh,
So supposedly the metal
Party
could
foul.
be seen. So then they developed another one, I think in the 60s or the 70s,
Yes.
that can get up to 20,000 feet in the air.
okay. Wow.
And that one is supposedly undetectable. So I think there's a lot of technology the U.S. government has.
yes.
Yeah, right.
I would agree.
Obviously, secrets that they have that they're not
Sure.
for a variety of reasons.
Right.
Yeah. Don't disclose
not
for
divulging.
enemy nations. could
Well, I
put
mean,
their
I
hands on
think
it, yeah.
to a certain point, like it's good that we don't know some things.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Because then other
Right, you don't want
people
the
would
public
know
know
those
everything.
things, and then
Right.
cause we have enough
loose-
questions as it is about what's
Loose
going on.
lips, sink
Yeah.
ships. Yeah.
Loose lips, shake ships.
Yeah. And that's one of the original, the documented use of Area 51. They developed military grade tech there.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like the F-117 in the Persian Gulf that was developed there. And
Yeah.
people first saw that, they were like, oh, is this a UFO? It looks kind of crazy, but secret military hardware. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's mostly like Air 51, right? Is mostly like Air Force research there, or is
Yeah.
that one specific?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one specific branch that focuses
Yeah,
there,
there's an
right?
official Air Force base there,
Right.
but people commonly call it Area 51. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just locked down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
I read
guys
that.
subscribe to the whole Roswell, New Mexico back in the 50s, and that's why they created it, do you think? Or
Oh yeah.
Well, supposedly
good.
that's the region that most UFO sightings are.
Yeah, in the desert
are
there.
happening.
Yeah.
And the desert area of northern Nevada.
Here we go. Yeah, so
Southern
we got
California.
we actually have a UFO sighting map here.
Oh wow.
Very cool.
And it gives you kind of like you're saying. So
All right, scroll to New York. Now we got to know.
there you go,
Yeah.
New York.
Oh,
Few in
Albany.
Albany.
Rochester, Buffalo,
Yep. In
know,
New York.
New York City.
Okay.
Spotted hovering over Crossgates Mall last week.
All right, there you go.
Oh, wow. Oh, geez.
Boy.
What do we got here? ARCGIS.com.
Yeah, ARCGIS.com.
Pretty impressive map of alien
Not
sightings.
too many up in the
Now,
Adirondacks.
No.
yeah,
Not much to see. They're not big fans of camping and
No,
hiking.
no. But
They don't
like
listen
you
to
said,
that podcast. No.
Okay.
They'll listen to this one for the intel to see
So
what we know
here,
about them.
like
but-
like what Joe Rogan was talking about here. If I'm just kind of scanning, I mean, either
Oh,
not
yeah.
not reported
Look at
or
Oh, no.
is that
it's-
us again?
United
Just
States.
scrolling back again.
Why do you guys think that is? Is that just because we are sold to pop culture, maybe? Or
I think if this Area 51
Area 51, there's some kind
is
of
like
wrong
the
here,
source.
Or,
The source of it, or we're just so crazy.
or they're
Area
studying us
51.
because we're the best, maybe?
Wow.
They're looking at America?
You
Yeah.
want to know where the top
Great.
is?
Yeah.
Top dog, you want to
You wanna
find
beat the
out.
top
Yeah,
dog?
exactly,
You
right.
gotta-
You got to find out what makes them tick.
Sure.
That's right,
That's
yeah.
the whole thing. That makes sense. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that
Listen,
theory.
Area 51 gets 200,000 visitors a
Yeah.
year.
Isn't that crazy?
200,000. That's amazing to me.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the desert too. Yeah,
There's no. I don't think you can fly right in.
No. Like if you did a like a Google Maps, like it's like trying to get close up, like in the demilitarized zone.
Right.
You're not going to get street view.
No. I don't think you can even type it into Google Maps. You have to like just know where it is and try to zoom in. But it's actually blurred too on Google Maps, so you can't even like see
Let's
it.
see.
I feel like I did it recently, just
to see.
Can't sleep one night. But like, let's see what Area 51 looks like. But I saw a cool documentary on Discovery Channel. If you want to see it, there's guides that will hike you through the desert. And there's like a bluff a couple miles away where you have to climb like early in the morning to kind of see it.
Use like binocular
or telescopes, right?
Yeah.
But you can see they're showing on the cameras like these like undescript planes were landing all morning. A couple like vehicles coming and going.
Yeah.
So it is pretty active. Mr. Blaze,
as far as the opening gates.
Yeah, the opening gates. Photography of this area is prohibited. The irony of this this photo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Blaze is now on the watch list now too.
There's a picture that says photography is prohibited.
Right. It's like you ever get that feeling like you're following behind a construction truck that says "Do not follow."
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, wait a minute.
Wait, this feels awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that supposed raid that was supposed to take place a few years ago?
In Area 51?
Somebody tried to hype it up. It was a social media thing. Everyone said on this day, I forget the day, let's all go to Area 51 and just bum rush it.
Yeah.
They can't stop us all.
Right.
I think like 5 people showed up.
Yeah.
Facing down soldiers with like M16s in their face.
Yeah. I mean, there's not.
It was
a
not
lot.
successful. Yeah, it's right near this town somewhere.
As you can see, it's almost like you're looking at describing the street view.
Right.
It looks like a camouflage map of different levels of terrain versus kind of like an urban view. They chose this location for a reason.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
I mean, you think of like line of sight, like back in the day, like medieval day, right? You have like a tower, you're on top of a hill, but this area, it's like flat and you can see whoever's coming from wherever. And how much is below ground probably?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a deep. I don't know if you guys follow it. I know Mr. Swicky, but how about yourself, Mr. Whipple, about Stranger Things?
I love Stranger Things.
You know how deep that went, like the last movie, like how deep it went down. Like I don't even know how many floors, but like I can see, it's probably like a good idea of what Area 51 would look like.
Sure. Yeah.
I would imagine.
That may be where the hidden alien body parts and UFOs are stored.
People claim they have them in those tubes, from the Roswell crash.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys think they actually tell the president, too? Like, if that's your day one on the job's president, do they say, Mr. President, here's the truth? Or is even a too secret from them, maybe?
That's a good question.
I would go on and say, I think it's better that he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You slip up in an interview, like...
Right.
Need to know basis.
Right.
Yeah.
If something else happens,
sure. Yeah, absolutely.
just so you know, this is what we got.
That was Independence Day, which I'm going to talk about movies coming up. Yes. They call on the president randomly. He's like, there's nothing there. They're like, yes, there is.
Oh, yes, there is.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. Very cool.
Yep.
So, we want to lead right into the movies?
Yeah, I can get your take on it. So, obviously, I'm a huge movie buff, so there's so many films about aliens.
Oh, yeah.
There's literally dozens upon dozens. And I kind of broke it down to 3 categories, and I wanted to ask you guys, in your opinion, if a movie alien was real, what type of movie alien would they be?
Oh, okay.
So looking through all these websites like Top Movie Aliens, they really fall into 3 categories. The first are the aliens that are conquerors. They want to come to Earth and take it over for XYZ reasons. So you have like Independence Day, you got Mars Attacks, you got The Faculty, kind of Predator, I guess. Schwarzenegger kind of taking over humanity and stuff.
It's so funny. I was questioning Predator. Yeah, I was thinking, Predator.
I mean, they just came to hunt and to be fun and stuff.
Sure, Sure.
So it's like the takeover alien.
Yep.
Then you have the friendly alien. You got the ETs, you got Close Encounters of the Third Kind, you got District 9. They're bumbling idiots. They're here to make friends and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Possibly that one. Or the third category is just like the mindless monster. So you have like Alien. It's on a ship. It's just like ripping people to shreds. A Quiet Place 1 and 2. Kind of this mindless alien that picks up sound. Then I had Starship Troopers, a 90s classic.
Yeah.
These bug creatures just blasting them up. So of those 3, in your guys' opinion, let's say aliens are real, which category do you think they'd be? Takeover, friendly, or mindless?
I'm going takeover.
Takeover? Okay.
I'm going takeover. Mr.
Whipple's getting ready with his bunker and all your gear and stuff. Like, come on!
Just start digging now.
Bring it on!
Bring it on.
I mean,
steal one of their laser rifles.
I might lean towards curious because we're looking at that heat map of the alien site, and they're checking out. They're not like they're bouncing around. They're checking out again, trying to figure out what's going on. I mean, imagine the universe. I mean, even with their technology, I mean, it's still a big space. Multiple universes to travel and whatnot. So they have a lot of exploring, just like we were explorers, except by on foot back in the day, and still are, like exploring the deep. But I'm going to go with that. And
all right, I think like we mentioned the bacteria, so this is kind of ironic. I think some of them might be like the mindless creatures, like just some unevolved creature that it's like a rabid wild animal. You approach on a different planet, it's going to attack you. It doesn't know what you are.
Right.
So I could totally see that one. But I think of the two, like I love the idea of the takeover, like Independence Day, Will Smith. That was a classic, so cool.
Oh, great movie. Yeah.
But I guess like my thought is like, so these aliens have mastered interspace travel and stuff, and they can go light years.
Yeah.
Think like, what does Earth have to offer that they don't already have? They come in here to steal like our gasoline, which is going to run out anyways,
Right.
So I wonder maybe if there's kind of more watching us, observing. I hate to say this, but they're kind of like we're their fish in their fish tank, and there's like, oh, what are the humans doing today? Let's go check in on them,
right?
Just to get a kick out of it.
Well, it's more of like a WWE or WWF, where they're
we're like a sitcom for them to watch, like a reality show.
Sitcom.
Yeah, exactly right. Reality show. I think South Park did that, like, or it was that or Rick and Morty, like. Earth is a reality show, and the aliens are just watching us.
They're just watching, getting entertained.
Oh, exactly right. Like, what are they going to do today? Like, this country's fighting this one, and all this craziness.
So I look at, like you said, exploration.
Yeah.
And, as a history teacher, most exploration has resulted in conquer and take over.
Conquistadors.
Well, right. Find out the weaknesses. They sneak in like the Trojan horse.
Yeah.
They could think about like you watch we always watch Secret Wars, right? How
the aliens
can kind of be me. They can have like a skin and like blend in and find out.
Yeah. Men in Black. Yep.
Men in Black, right?
With those rubber heads.
Yeah. That's another good.
I forgot Men in Black.
Men in Black.
The friendly comedic alien, but they were takeover too. They were conquering.
They were trying.
They were.
Well, Will Smith saves the day.
I know.
Yeah.
That guy just flipped aliens.
Will Smith a shout out. Yeah, he just kicking alien butt.
Yeah, just definitely.
Mr. Whipple, can I ask like I had mentioned, like I don't think they would want our gasoline. Like,
no.
What do you think they'd be coming? Like you said, conquerors. So is it just like to take over humanity?
That's a good question. I don't know what Earth has of value for these.
Yeah, right.
Would they call them on the congressional the anomalous?
Yeah, anomalous. Yes.
That's like
right. Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know what we could have that they would need or want.
Yeah.
Well, maybe to interject.
McDonald's
emotion.
No.
Yes.
Emotion.
Delicious.
Like any aliens and stuff and even AI coming out, right? Emotion and free will are two huge, like very abstract concepts.
Sure.
And aliens might not have that, right? Because if they're just like telepathic,
true.
They don't have emotion because they're just like. They already know everything, right? But and they don't, again, I think I was like on Joe Rogan, where everyone was like kind of not who did you say? If people were you were given like not a sedative, but something to kind of like cool everybody off, so we were not like angry with each other, all even keel.
Yeah.
Kind of remove that emotion from it, then we'd have kind of like more chill society. And that's kind of like with like alien tech and all of this. Like they're probably there, but so then they see us and studying us with this idea of, like what's this emotion? Like why do you just rage on that? Why like this guy just cut him off in his vehicle that he's moving around in? Why did he give that finger to him? What is that? And I think that's kind of a big thing of the exploration. I see them as explorers.
Okay. Yeah.
And a little backing.
Yeah, the whole psychology of human beings.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Could just be, like you said, just studying us, watching us, laughing.
Because a lot of alien movies, too, have that.
A lot of laughing.
Some of them have that hive mind theory, too, that there's like the one main alien.
Yeah.
And the other ones all kind of think the same way, so... Maybe they're studying how do you have individuality or differences, creativity, stuff like that.
And I wonder too, like thinking about like a physical appearance of them, how we all look so different.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I mean,
right.
from ethnicities, we speak different languages, we look
Sure.
different. Some people have, disabilities, all that stuff. But of them, is there any of that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Well, if you go on the E.T. ride in Universal Studios, at the end, there's a variety of aliens that look
okay.
distinctly different.
Gotcha. Maybe they're copying our style then. Okay.
Yeah, they're
I
very,
think I wanted
very
that.
different.
I think did they get rid of that ride? I think they demolished
No, I
it.
was just on it, in
Good.
August.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Yeah, we laughed because technology, from when that movie
The
came out, that
80s
ride
and
came
stuff,
out
yeah.
to now,
Right.
it's almost funny.
Now everything's like
Well,
3D, 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
That
I know.
ride's like puppets,
It is. It is so
there you
funny.
go. Yes, the beautiful ET world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the E.T. world, all the
yeah.
Very
different
cool.
characters.
Yes.
Yeah, some of them look like plants.
Okay.
Like that one you right there where it says Orlando Informer. Like,
Right.
that's- you're right there in the middle. That's what one of them looked like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't
Yeah.
know what. But then I think about the movie Signs.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Shyamalan.
terrifying. Yeah.
That
Woo.
see.
That film
I
scared
was
the
just
crap
talking-
out of me. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Terrifying. I know. I just got like goosebumps just thinking of that because
Yeah.
my son. I was like a buddy of his was my son plays saxophone. His buddy plays. I don't know if he played the piano, but he came in and he was playing the theme song to Halloween, and I was like, that kind of freaked me out.
Yeah,
And I go.
yeah.
My wife and I used to watch horror movies. We used to watch Saw movies because those are the
Yeah.
ones that really
Yeah.
like scared me because it's like
Sure.
put me like what would I do in that situation?
Realistic, yeah.
But the movie like Signs, like these like psychological thrillers.
Oh, yeah.
Where my mind is just like warped, and I'm like, what? No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would just run and scream as loud as I could.
Yeah, just-
I had no game.
well, you can put your tinfoil hat on.
Yeah,
right?
that worked apparently.
That worked.
Glass of water.
Yeah.
Glass of water.
Yeah.
See, that's what I love
See,
about
we're
that movie.
we're 21 years away from that movie, so we can spoil it all we want. That's our
Oh,
rule.
okay.
Like,
Right.
yeah, 20 years, so
20 years from that
if you see
movie.
signs by now.
Yeah.
So it's
it's
20.
your own fault.
Oh no way! Yeah.
That was
That's
2002.
20 years old,
yeah.
that movie?
That was 02. Yeah, it came out.
Wow.
Oh my
So
god.
21 years ago.
I could watch it every fall.
That was one of the few
Yeah,
films I
I
was telling Mr. Van Wee, like, I was so afraid I didn't want to watch it, but you couldn't miss it either.
Oh, no.
You had to keep your eyes glued. to see
Yeah.
aliens in the bushes or on the top of the barn. Like,
And
terrible.
it wasn't
Terrifying.
like, and I don't recall. I try to remember. I have to rewatch it, but how, like the pacing of it too. It didn't have to be like we were just going to action movies,
Yeah.
like blowing up stuff, constant action. But like, what
Suspense.
wasn't going on
Yeah.
that concerned you?
Yes.
Right.
Like, I don't hear anything. Like it's kind of like with my kids. When I don't hear anything,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I have to go
I
check
know.
on the situation. If I hear it screaming, I know exactly
You're
what's
really
going
wrong.
on.
Yes.
But when it's
Yep.
quiet and ominous, it's like the storm is coming.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
what's going to happen?
What's happening?
Yeah.
Why is it so quiet?
It's
Well, that's
ominous.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, yeah.
The producer,
Yeah.
or director, whatever.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He is the master of
Master of
suspense.
it to a
He
T.
is.
Yep.
He is.
You know, he's produced some really great movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Now, what was the ending for that one? So I remember the
Signs?
aliens. Yeah,
That was
they were just
when-
kind of yeah,
Well, there was a big twist.
yeah.
So
you can
Mel-
spoil.
Mel
it. Go for it.
Gibson's- yeah.
Spoil it.
We pass. We have a two.
Kids,
It's a
if you're
2 week
listening.
rule.
Yeah.
It's a 2 week.
If you haven't seen Signs, turn off the podcast now.
Yeah.
Yes. No. Mute.
Mel Gibson's wife, if you remember, she was pinned against a tree in a car accident.
Right.
Right.
And the last thing she said to him was, "Tell whatever his
His brother. Yeah.
swing away." Mm-hmm. And because he was a big baseball guy,
Right.
And he either struck
one
out or
last
hit
tip.
home runs.
Yeah.
At the end, they find out the aliens are allergic or they have a reaction to water.
Right. They can't tolerate
They
it.
can't tolerate water. So there's water glasses all over the house because
Right.
the daughter
Right.
leaves them because she keeps saying the water is contaminated.
Yeah. right.
So,
right.
so he just starts
Right.
swinging and knocking glasses
Smashing
of
the
water
water,
onto the
yeah.
aliens,
Swing away.
and that drives them away.
Yeah.
That's it.
They're out.
Yeah.
We're not messing
They
with these
came to
guys.
Earth to explore what
Yep,
do we have,
explore.
and then they realize the water, which is
Yeah.
what percentage of Earth.
Like 70%.
I know. When they look at the planet for farm bed, that looks like a lot of water. Let's
Yeah.
not go there.
Yeah. 70% water.
Let's throw some
Yeah, what is
different.
that blue stuff?
Yeah. No, let's go
Yes.
find out. Oh man, it kills us.
Oh
Like,
my God, that
And
hurts.
let's get out of here quick.
Yeah.
Is it? They were only there for like 2-3 days, so maybe they did realize it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we gotta go.
Well, another right, and now, correct me if I'm wrong. Right? I mean, the Earth percentage of water and humans percentage of water isn't it pretty close?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like 70%.
We're like, yeah, 70, 70
Interesting.
something like
Right?
that. Yeah.
So there's another thing, like,
Yeah.
you know, like what's their makeup? You know,
Yeah.
do they have bones? Are they all like
Right.
Interesting.
rubbery, like,
Yeah, what
like
are they?
squids,
Depends on what
octopus?
planet
Like,
Get it
quote,
from.
quote Arnold, if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yeah.
Figured that out with Predator real quick. Like,
There we go.
the green neon blood in the jungle. Ooh.
Yes.
It can
Arnold,
bleed.
he's turned loose, yes.
Is there a scene
Yeah.
that's like dripping on him?
Yeah,
That he
yep.
knows it's up in
He
the
knows it's
tree?
above. He's like real quiet. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh, if you never saw Predator, kids, that's a great
Oh,
one.
yeah. Another
Yeah.
Scary,
alien
real scary.
movie.
Woo.
Yeah,
Yep.
I know.
I liked
know.
it better than Alien. I don't know if you guys saw the Alien, like
Oh, yeah.
Ripley and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I like Predator better.
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver.
Classic.
It was classic, but
But yeah,
but like-
Predator.
so we were talking action movies last time. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Arnold in the jungle with like a double machine gun there.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
can't beat it for the
I think it was
80s.
the first time I saw a machine gun like that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
That
not
was
even
crazy.
Sure the name of it.
That was he became a politician, didn't he? He was a wrestler too. What was his name? He was, like he was the governor.
Jesse Ventura.
Jesse Ventura.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesse Ventura.
He's carrying
Minnesota.
that full on.
Minnesota.
Yeah,
Minnesota.
governor of Minnesota.
Yeah.
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 He's carrying like a machine gun that goes on
That's
an
right.
aircraft, like
Oh, yeah.
just mowing the forest down, cutting the trees down.
He just
Oh,
literally like
classic.
Jesse the body.
Jesse the Body
Jesse-
Ventura. Yep.
Yeah,
Epic.
he was a big dude too.
Oh, yeah.
I
He was a
mean,
big
you
dude.
had like
right.
massive
Everybody in that
guys.
movie was just
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah,
Exactly,
they were
I know.
just all.
Sending a bunch of big Marines.
Oh yeah, that was the
figure out
80s
what's,
for you.
What's terrorizing everyone.
That's why I'm not afraid of the aliens. We got Arnold, we got Jesse
Arnold,
Still.
we got
So
Jesse.
bring it on.
Right?
Yeah.
Let them watch these movies and see what we'll do.
That was kind of like a Suicide Squad before there was a Suicide
Yeah, exactly.
Squad. You know,
Yes.
like a
Drop
real
in the
life.
jungle,
like
yeah.
if we had American military version of the Suicide
Yeah.
Squad, that's what it would look like. You know,
Yes.
That's perfect.
I don't care.
That's why
I
they're
don't care.
studying us. See, they're watching our movies, and the aliens
Yeah,
are hovering
right.
around.
I
They're
and
looking
I
for
swear
Carl Weathers and Arnold. they fear us, so they're studying us. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Man, I'm like, and this podcast is making me like I have like a laundry list. I need to take like movies to watch. Like I need to take like a good like month off and just like watch movies and
Oh,
just
my God, yeah.
Yep.
you know.
Yeah.
But something about like 80s and 90s though too.
know.
You know, like
Yeah.
Big
we
movies
had the
were
best
just better.
stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, we had
Brand new
video
ideas.
stores.
Yeah.
And
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster. And know what I
Captain
just
Video.
heard too. I don't know if you guys heard. I got an article or a newsfeed pop up short story that Netflix may be getting brick and mortar stores back.
Oh wow.
Really?
Okay.
I don't know where or
dig
when,
it.
but isn't like the ironic in this like
I know. We're going
lack of
reverting
physical
back,
media? You know, like I remember I used to work at Best Buy, and like how much of the store was devoted to physical media?
Yeah.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if you guys even remember. They had like the big battle back, and they had Blu-ray and HD DVD.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And
when
now-
Blu-ray
Which
came
to buy?
out.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
I know.
Just
I heard
stream
some
it.
stores were
Stream it.
stopping selling DVDs entirely.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was
Yeah.
Target or Best Buy. Maybe they said we're not going to sell them anymore.
but Target comes out with record players
I know.
and records.
It all
Yeah.
comes full circle. Yeah.
You know, I remember
yeah.
That's the proof.
It's funny. Yeah. Yep. And all fads
Yeah.
come back. My mom, you
Absolutely.
know, like it's
Perfect.
parents know more than we gave
Well,
credit for.
Speaking of proof, just jog my memory. Speaking of proof, do you guys have any specific examples of proof that you want to bring up that you feel like, all right, to me, this is definitive of why aliens exist? So, Mr. Whipple, you're talking about Area 51, but is there something specific that stands out to you that's like, all right, that's like the clincher, something you've read, seen?
The pyramids.
Ah, pyramids.
Oh, no.
Ancient.
Stonehenge.
Okay, yep.
Okay, yeah.
Still kind of figuring
Right.
out what that was for. Yep.
Stonehenge. Crop circles.
Yep.
Speaking of signs.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
right.
Infamous crop circles.
Crop circles.
Oh, there we go. Because some on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Now, I have watched many videos on how crop
Yeah, I
circles
know.
were made fairly
The
quickly.
board. I wanted to make one so bad as a teenager. I was like, because there's like farms down the road from
Oh,
me. So I was
yeah.
like, come on. But,
Yeah, you got to get a board with like tie
Yeah.
a rope to it and stomp all the grass down.
Right.
You know, which
Yep.
would take forever.
Well, and
Yeah,
another
sure.
thing too. I mean, now you have drones and stuff. Like I have a drone. You could like like take a video and kind of watch where you're at and doing
Yeah.
things and stuff. But I mean, you have to know what it's going to look like from above.
yeah,
yeah, exactly.
you do.
A lot of geometry.
You know,
involved,
there was this one guy, and so it's interesting. One guy is like artist of the day, and he made artwork where it was like probably miles worth, like in snow, like say like Norway, where it's like always like snow.
Right.
Yeah.
And he stamped out like, imagine if you made like these abstract patterns
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
by stepping out in the snow. But I don't even know how he did it. But I mean, he could do it. But like, there's not many occasions like that. Like
No.
he's a rare
Yeah.
breed. Like, and I don't
Sure.
even know like the backing of like how he did did it so well, but it was really. But again, it's like Monet's paintings too. We're saying like that, like when you're up at the same distance at that painting that Monet was when he was painting, you can't see it. You can't see his artwork.
Right.
You step back double the distance, triple the distance, and all of a sudden it comes. It's just like a camera ring focusing. I just went over last Friday. We had PD, and we went to the Monet exhibit. We have kind of like the immersive experience, and it was really fascinating, But to that degree, you take the crop circle idea. You think of like how precise they are.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can't just take a big old John Deere and rip around the field. I mean, you screw up, there's no undo.
Was the thought originally that that's where the ship landed or something in the fields?
Yeah,
that's where it came from. Okay,
yeah.
That's what I thought. I was double checking because the first ones were just circles, like the flying saucer.
Just
landed
simple
perfectly
circles
right here. Yeah,
and some of them,
there he is.
Yeah.
Wait, Mr. Whipple? No.
Yeah.
He's out there trying it. Like,
does that work? Yeah. Like,
it was me. That was the first one.
again.
Yes, busted on live podcast.
Episode of Scooby Doo.
Yeah, exactly. Take the mask off.
Take the mask off.
Mr. Whipple. We know it.
yeah. It started off as
Rotten kids.
Messed up my crop circle for the last time.
See, they were doing like prank.
Believed they were aliens. Till you rotten
There
kids
goes my
came along.
fun. Yes.
They didn't put their signature.
Yeah.
On it, you know what I mean?
tag
Like,
it.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so nowadays, it's like talking about like using the drones afterwards and like post them. That's the thing with social media nowadays. Like with social media, I think we had talked about this a while ago, and like AI and all of that.
Yeah,
I know that's
it's really crazy. All that sort of stuff.
Sure.
Like where you could do like the deep fakes and all this stuff. So it's like. Skeptical, like, we need to go back to like the sources of speaking with people in person, it's, like a kids at school, like getting caught up with, he said this. I'm like, were you there when that person said those words? You have heard those words from that person's mouth
right.
that weren't altered. You actually heard them.
Yep.
Then let it go.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Let it go.
But so and so said it.
I know.
Like do like some like like in like fact checking here with like these crop circles and stuff like that.
Right.
Sure.
Physically going there, seeing, touching. Like doing some. That would have been a great episode. You remember that show Mythbusters?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been a great one to do.
Circles.
Okay.
Yeah. That would have been
now we got the
absolutely
video
great.
going. We can go test some myths and make some crop circles out here.
Yeah, my son just got a tractor too. He got an old tractor, so we of a cornfield that hasn't been mowed down yet.
Yeah.
We'll hit that up.
Right.
So just shoot us a message. On any of the socials.
Yeah. Right.
And
Nice.
shameless plug too on the socials here. Just want to let everybody know. We're up on YouTube now, Draper Radio, spelled as is. We have an audio up first, and now it's called like an audiogram, so you can hear us, can't see us yet, but we're right now in this episode, we're recording our first true video.
Big things. I forgot to brush my hair, so yes.
Hey.
Don't judge me.
It's all about the voice. It's all about the voice, not about the looks.
This is a hairdo made for radio today, yes.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So back to the
so
show.
I think there are some unexplainable things that have happened that we have on Earth that if you can't explain them, right, maybe they are extraterrestrial.
Yep, exactly.
So that I don't know, maybe I'm a what do they call it, chronological sequential guy, where everything has to fit a certain way. And if it doesn't fit,
certain pattern,
right, certain pattern, then I don't know. I just think there has to be a reason that these things happened, or these things are, like you look at Stonehenge.
Right.
How is that possible?
Yeah, exactly.
How far away were the stones again? They were like thousands.
Miles, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And there was no like big crane systems back there.
Tractor trailers,
Even though if you had a great pulley system.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, at the time that they were supposedly built, when do we really even know the age period that they were built?
Right.
How many people and what's the reason?
Yeah, right. What's the reason? The particular arrangement.
Right.
And like how they actually got. I mean, the only thing I could ever think of was like grease logs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
A huge endeavor. Yeah.
But still, you're still
Yeah.
Someone's got to push those.
Right.
Yeah, you
That
gotta
would
move
take like a
those.
Herculean effort. You know, like
gotta
the
move
gods
those.
would have to come down to.
Yeah, I don't care how many people you got.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, the Greeks, strong guys, right? They're not
Right.
hanging out all day on their
Right.
phones.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Ooh, a
I
subtle
agree.
jab to Gen Z there. I dig it.
Yeah.
I got a lot of Gen Z jabs.
I think maybe they had the whole crew of 300. No, it was before
Yes.
them. You know, back in the, maybe it
That
looked
was
like
before
that.
300.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, like that sort of like they had to have, but it would have to be 300 guys working
On one stone.
nonstop
Yeah.
on one stone.
Oh, yeah.
On one stone, because those things are massive.
For years,
Sure.
because you think like being a social studies teacher, like how long it took people to walk. Well, the average person would walk between 4 to 5 miles an hour,
yeah.
right? I mean, because not everyone's in a wheel device, or before there was wheels,
Right.
and you think of how long it took to traverse just to walk.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if you're pushing,
Pushing or
yeah.
pulling,
you're
yeah.
gonna go. I don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you're gonna get like length of a football field in like how long? Like
right.
months.
Yeah.
right.
And I
You know,
haven't
like-
done as much research, but like, what is the purpose of those
Yeah,
stones?
there's so many theories. Some people say it's some solar calendar.
Solar,
some people
yeah.
say
Yeah.
some kind of temple to like pagan gods or something. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but just the physics and the logistics of it, like Mr. Whipple and you guys are saying, that's
Right.
incredible. And then to parallel that, like you'll like this in history too. Didn't you find it funny in ancient history before contact? So before different people from around the world were able to meet,
Yeah.
they all came up with similar ideas too.
Yeah.
So you think like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
So Stonehenge in England, but then you have Easter Island in the Pacific Islands,
Yeah.
where those other kind of creepy, massive statues where
Yes.
people dragged and set up.
Yeah.
So isn't that kind of like suspicious how different cultures that never met came up with the same ideas? So
Yeah. That is.
Yeah.
To me, that's a little
Aztecs,
history,
Right?
yeah,
Like
right.
Aztecs.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they're
Yeah,
like.
all right.
Mayans.
Well, they're using. I
people in
remember watching
Asia,
a show-
Europe, South America, they all had similar ideas,
Yeah.
inventions, technology.
And
Like, how was
I
that
mean,
possible?
What's Atlantis?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like you were talking. Which one of you guys said about the underwater aliens? Right.
Yeah. I was saying.
Right.
how
Right. You know,
Fravor saw
like.
it go down to near the ocean.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there was like a turbulence in the ocean.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I think of like Atlantis.
Sure.
I think there was a show, a movie, or I forgot what movies, kids movie. We watch movies on Fridays about like it showed like it kind of pointed out like this is what it would have looked like when the water came over. Like, oh, like some catastrophic event came
Yeah,
and
right,
wiped it out and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have had any of those aliens from Signs in there
No.
because
no, it wouldn't have, 'cause
that would have
they're
been
allergic to
hot,
water.
hot,
Dead.
hot
I don't know
mess.
if allergic's the right word.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's just
Water's
toxic.
deadly.
That works.
Toxic.
Yeah, toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toxic.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Sharknado, Mr. Blaze? Is that, no.
Yeah.
Sharknado.
Also alien created? No, who knows?
Oh yeah, kind of like the Meg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to cut you guys off. I do have to go get ready. We have a football game at Canada Harry tonight.
Awesome.
Oh,
Very cool.
Short bus ride
Okay.
Not
past
bad.
the Beach Nut Factory.
Yeah,
out
it's
in-
out in the rural area, so keep an eye on the sky in the evening.
I
time,
will.
See
Oh,
any
yeah.
flying
Yeah.
saucer lights or something.
That's
let
all
us
I
know.
need is a head coach who watch
Yes.
me looking up in the sky while he's calling
Yeah, no,
plays.
true.
Right, right.
Well,
yeah.
better excuse though. Like I swear I saw something up
thought I
there.
saw
A saucer.
right. You sure it wasn't the lights? No, I swear.
No, no.
It was the lights.
That was not a
it?
shooting star.
Yes.
No.
You know?
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Good luck
So
to you guys.
I'm
Yes,
sorry. Thank
we
you
wish-
guys for having
yes,
me.
no,
I
absolutely.
appreciate it. I wish
Thank
I
you.
could stay longer.
No,
No.
awesome
I
to
could
have you
talk about
third
this forever.
time, and yeah,
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
definitely have
maybe
you back in the future, and
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very cool.
Maybe have part 2.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you
All right.
guys.
You bet.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes.
Whipple. Very cool. Yeah, we'll take a break here, and we'll be right back. He got abducted. No, we got abducted, Mr. Blaze. You didn't see it? There was a like super bright beam of light, and he's like got sucked up into it.
Oh man.
He said to tell his story. Tell my story. He's gonna go check out the spaceship, find out what kind of alien they are, and he'll come back. So
All right.
We're okay.
Hope he's all right. Hope he makes
yeah.
his game in time.
yeah, we're gonna give him a ride. They're gonna drop him off. So
He's there no
you
time.
guys were right. It's the friendly aliens the whole time. Yeah, you called it.
Home.
They had McDonald's on board. It turns out that's why they're here. They love the McNuggets. So
Yeah, they just can't get them. They're
I know
out of
they
this
can't.
world.
It can't. I see what you did there. Boom. I love it. Yeah, no, that was awesome. Thanks to Mr. Whipple for coming on. We'll definitely have him on in the future. One of our favorite guest hosts. So very cool.
All right. Well, it appears that I did have my mic muted, but hopefully yours picked up a little bit
okay.
there.
That's all right.
But yeah, we were just talking about Mr. Whipple and his abduction.
Yeah. Yep.
So
They're gonna make him like a honorary like human king to the aliens. So
Oh,
yeah, so
why not?
That'll be good. Yeah.
yeah, he's
Good ambassador, you know.
I would say so. And
Perfect.
He's got the good knowledge of the history of the U.S.
Yeah.
And
He's gonna teach him football. You know, he's gonna show
Yeah.
yeah.
tough. I wonder what the equivalent is for aliens of pigskin.
Space football.
Space football.
They hover. Yeah.
They hover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Catching that ball must be a pain. It floats
Yeah,
away.
'cause the aliens they only have those three fingers, so
Yeah.
you can't gotta catch it kind of like weird.
Yeah.
And gravity too. Yes,
That's a
football.
good visual.
Yeah, I know.
It's a whole new league up
I
there.
had a costume I wore at the Teen Town here years ago. There's a creepy alien mask. I really liked it.
Yeah.
But the gloves it came with, you had to like cram your 5 fingers into these gloves, only 3.
Right.
So you're like, you're spreading your fingers wheels really hurt my joints.
Oh, yeah.
My early arthritic joints here, so
Oh, no, not good.
not joyous. So I'm glad we have 5 fingers, not 3, because
Yes.
that'd be awkward with the gloves. So.
It would be.
Yes.
Oh my god. I know. I think we thought, like opposable, like having not having opposable thumbs like monkeys, but imagine having like the thing
Yeah.
that said 3 fingers.
I guess, yeah.
It would be. I couldn't.
I know.
No.
Yeah, it'd be like a, I don't know,
A tripod hand.
tripod hand. Yeah, like
Yeah.
3 chopsticks all at once going.
Yeah, I stink at chopsticks.
Yeah.
So I probably wouldn't do good.
Yeah, I get yelled at the sushi place. Like, I think I know how to use chopsticks, but
Yeah.
they're like, they walk by, they're like, no, you're not doing it right. So.
Nope. Okay, back to the fork.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, it's time for rice. Give me the fork, please. Give me the
I
spoon.
tried to get these spoons around in this joint.
Exactly. Well, here's my proof. We were talking about proof before the break.
Yeah.
And I will say proudly, when I was a kid, my dad was always like so anti-alien. He's like, no, is that not real? So I remember showing him these paintings that I found.
Okay.
I think I found in a book. Yes, go hit your local library. They have books. They're awesome. You
Yes.
can borrow them. I like to plug them often. There is a lot of Renaissance-era paintings from the 14th century, the 15th century, that show, it's a lot of like religious iconography and religious paintings, but in a lot of these, and I want you to pull up this one in specific.
Yep.
It's by Domenico Giraldo, the
Oh,
Madonna with Saint Giovannino. So if you type in the Madonna with Saint Giovannino. Again, I probably butchered the artist
yeah.
name there. But you're an art teacher, so maybe you know who I'm talking about here. Yeah, I would just go with the, let's see. Not one of those ones. His last name is G-H-I-R.
Oh, this sounds like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, again, I probably butchered it. I'm Italian, and I messed it up. G-H-I-R-L-A-N-D-A-I-O. Oh, we got no matches at all. See, the aliens are pulling it down. They don't want us to know. How about just the last name? Maybe the first name.
That's
Yeah. And then it's called the Madonna with... Oh, wow, we're striking out.
Did I spell the last name right? Let's hit that one more time.
Oh, how about this? Just put the name of the painting instead.
Yeah.
It's called the Madonna with Saint, and then the name is Giovannino. Now we're gonna get it. Aha!
Yes, there we go.
We'll try to post this on the Facebook or the socials, but check out this painting. Do yourself a favor. So this was painted in Italy in the 15th century, so way before Signs, way before E.T., way before Independence Day, all these alien movies. And it shows, the Virgin Mary, in Christianity, the mother of Christ, and the baby Jesus. But in the background, something very specifically odd in this painting. And I remember showing my dad this. I'm thinking, like, if this artist didn't see this in real life, why would he ever add this? In the far back, behind Mary's right shoulder, left shoulder, you see a man looking up at the sky, shielding his eyes from the sun, and even a dog to his side also looking up. And up in the sky, it's some kind of spherical, metallic-looking craft with, like, light shining off of it.
And there's nothing flying at this time of year.
There's nothing flying.
Nothing
at
could
all.
fly, no.
I mean, birds, but I don't think I've ever seen a bird that big and that spherical. So, in my theory, and there's a couple of paintings, but this one's my favorite, if this man never saw a flying saucer, never saw like a movie about it, which didn't exist yet, what in the world would inspire him to paint something that looks exactly like modern flying saucers?
Yeah.
Mic drop. Boom.
Boom. And it gives also light to, like I've heard of issue like with time travel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly.
Like
could be something in that realm too.
People appearing. Like that time, with this alien technology,
right.
like here we are, like
Yeah.
their technology, like they could have time traveled.
So who's to say at some point in the 14th century that craft didn't appear over the Italian skies? Maybe it was talked about, maybe it was actually seen. So they said, let's put it into this painting.
I've never saw that little guy in the painting until just now.
I always thought that was so creepy because he specifically wanted to draw your attention that people are looking at that item.
Yeah. Well, that's what we talk about in our, like where do you want the viewer to focus?
Yeah, exactly. So clearly the main focus is on the main characters.
Right.
But then you can't help but have your eye drawn to the background and say,
well, yeah, someone would say, oh, maybe it's a blemish, maybe it's this, but then you have that guy looking coincidentally, like why?
And I think if you search Google Images, some people have actually digitally zoomed in to that craft.
Right.
And it looks, again, I'm not going to, like perfect on the left there. Second row. Yep. I mean, wow. If you look at this photo here, you can clearly see, like, looks like, to me, windows, possibly some kind of, like, rim around the craft. I don't know. If that's not a flying saucer UFO to me, I don't exactly know what is. So you be the judge, though. I don't want to, like,
Oh, that's a perfect picture to post. I think that's
absolutely.
so exact what I'm going to share.
So, again, 15th century, so we're talking the 1400s. Even people in Italy have nicknamed this painting the Madonna del UFO. So people say, like, this is the Madonna of the UFOs.
Right.
And there's quite a few of them. I found a cool website with 7 different paintings, but the other 6 I was like, I can see something else.
Janky.
But this one, I'll be honest, in my research, in my opinion, I can't prove otherwise. And I'm just stuck. And to me, this is like a great...
I think that's a great one. I've never, like I said, I never really looked at that.
Yeah.
But, it kind of reminds me, surprised. I could see Salvador Dali trying to do something like this.
Yeah, right.
Because he was with surrealism, and with surrealism is all like kind of stuff that from your dream.
Right.
Like how, you say like, oh, I got abducted and they implanted stuff in my head and all that. Sure. And he was like that whole movement, Rene Magritte, Salvador Dali, they were very edgy. And I could see him, he used to put like a lot of ants and stuff in his painting and stuff. But the more you look at it, the more you saw.
Yeah, right.
And in a lot of these paintings too, they're like this era, that wasn't like, it's more like a face value.
Yeah.
Like it was more iconic and And I know, like in churches, they had a lot of like stained glass and imagery and stuff because a lot of people couldn't read.
Yeah, right.
So the images told the story.
Perfect.
So that's basically what it was. So like, it was more about like the craft, the artisanship of that person.
Yeah.
Not having hidden. I mean, there's like symbols maybe.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Not like hidden meanings. It was pretty face value.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
For the most part, unless you watch like or read like the Dan Brown books, like Angels and Demons, and dig into like some of it,
codes and
like that maybe.
Right.
Maybe Dan Brown.
Yeah, there is some interesting theories on this painting itself too. Like they say, the position of Mary. She has her back to the craft, so possibly she's trying to shield her child from it. So, like otherworldly versus the spiritual world versus the real world. So there's a lot of like interpretations, and
it could be a discussion. No, but zooming in, like you see that guy, and he is definitely looking exactly
he's
right up
clearly
there.
Looking right up, saying, "Huh, what is this thing?"
That,
I'd love to hear her opinions, thoughts, comments.
Yeah,
is it a meteorite? Is it? Somebody threw a big frisbee up in the air and he's trying to catch it with his dog there.
Right, it was like a metal frisbee that happened to catch the reflection, hence the shining marks.
The gleam off of it,
Right.
So.
Well, and two, I mean, gold, when they use gold, I mean, that had significance too.
Yeah.
Like think of like purple being royalty, gold being royalty.
Yeah, very flashy.
So, I mean, if they didn't want it to be that important, it would have been just black or blue.
I didn't think about that in the art world,
talk about like colors,
Yep. I feel like that guy in that All's meme, like, aliens exist. Prove me wrong. Like he has that little table set up.
Right.
So here it is. Here's mine. Like, prove me wrong. Like, what is this painting? What's he trying to show?
I agree. No, I tell kids, like, talk about kids when we discuss art, like they say, why is that art? I go, how can I could have done that, but you didn't. You didn't paint that.
Exactly.
Like, how is that art? I go, how is it not?
Yeah, right.
And I think answering that. So give me your rationale as to why you think it's not, because I could have done it, but you didn't.
Exactly.
That whole sort of theory goes out the window really quick.
It's a little toddler response, like, oh, I could have done that. Stomping your feet.
As long as this art is art, as long as it's what the artist intended.
Right.
They wanted it to be art. So obviously this artist intended that. Mm-hmm. And again, time travel.
Yeah.
Maybe
something
this
cool.
artist witnessed.
We'll have to have an episode on time travel. That really makes my mind melt.
I
that whole
think,
concept.
yes.
We'll talk about some of the experiments of Nikola Tesla. How he tried to do time travel, teleportation. And I still have tough times. People try to explain Endgame to me. The whole multiple branch reality time travel. I'm like,
I know.
I need to write it in crayon. Here's how it works.
Oh, I know. We just started episode 1, season 2 of Loki.
Oh, I didn't watch it yet.
And it's
that show's chock full of
mind bending. My daughter, it's the one. It's beautiful, but it's one that my daughter and my son all agree on.
You'll enjoy,
but it's just my son's like, that was a lot.
I know
that was a lot. I need to need to watch a YouTube breakdown on this.
And even those I don't get sometimes. I'm we had Miss Niles on the show. She's explained the Endgame time travel several times to me, and I'm still right. I don't get it.
How
I'm very I think of it Back to the Future. You go back, but you can't mess things up. But
you can't see yourself, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The grandfather paradox. That's the most trippy one to me.
Yeah.
If you go back in time and kill your grandfather, by accident or design, would you even exist in the future?
Right.
Because you must, because you still went back in time in the first place. So see, I'm even confused talking about it. So research the grandfather paradox.
It's such an abstract because there's not a lot of things confounded on it. It's I think that would be a great one. I made a note of that.
Yeah, time
travel. I think we definitely need some scientists on that.
Yeah,
too.
I know. Yep. Yeah, the creative minds like us, we can dream about it, but I need the astrophysics of it.
Right. Yeah, I think that two different brains in here, and always good to never be the smartest person in the room, too.
I can talk about the movies with time travel.
Yeah.
Got Terminator, Back to the Future, Time Cop.
What about the epic show Quantum Leap?
Quantum Leap, yep.
Yeah.
Because you have no clue what that show is. But
what is that? Is that when you jump really far?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. So, that was my proof. We'll definitely post that and have you guys think about it, comment on it. It also looks like just a blob of paint, whatever.
I think that opens up some good discussion. And I'll repost on our Facebook page too. Mm-hmm. That people want. You can leave up to 1 minute voicemail messages.
Yeah, awesome.
I'll repost that link. I know. I was telling students. A couple students actually wanted to.
Awesome.
And I got a bunch of students that I just said, hey. Here's our YouTube, where I have YouTube channel, so they could listen to it at school.
Nice.
And all of a sudden the kids were I got a few subscribers on there.
Very cool. Very
cool. And I think it gives you guys something to listen. When I take long drives, and I know my son this is awesome. He even loves listening to our podcast, which is
podcasts are nice just to zone out and just say, all right, maybe you're working on something in the background. It's not distracting, so.
Yeah, it's great. It's informational. I do with on Saturday we do we're doing chores and stuff.
Yeah.
And I need to focus, so I said I took my kids. I'm like, headphone time, can't hear you. Bye.
Yeah, exactly.
And I get the chores done, and I'm listening to awesome. Joe Rogan or something like that.
Cool.
So we covered a lot.
We did.
I'm trying to think if there's any other.
Yeah. Anything else?
There's tons.
I know. There's so much out there, and this could clearly be a multiple part episode.
Yeah, seriously, I'm just on when I mentioned the word UFO, what do you think of? What visual comes to mind?
Yeah, the flying saucer.
Right.
Little canopy, glass dome,
like your classic, if you just to draw one,
Yeah, your little green Martian sitting in there. Yep.
But versus and this is even older. When was Independence Day?
Oh, 96, 97.
Okay.
Yeah, 96.
So
I think. Yeah.
or you think of
that massive
That was
ship,
that was
yeah.
definitely a good movie. Like,
Yeah.
it's not all movies are worth going to the movies for. That was
That
one
was
of them.
Yeah.
Because you needed big. You need big. Sometimes you
Sound
just need
system,
big sound
screen
system.
size. Yeah, totally.
So you think of that sort of shit, like just
Yeah.
like over
Huge.
the top. Like, we're done. We're toast.
I know. Yeah, there's no way to fight back.
No game.
But thankfully, computer virus for the win.
Yes.
What's his face there? Forget the actor's name. Just figured out. Oh, if we just download a virus, give it to the computers and the aliens, shut them down.
Boom.
Perfect.
Classic.
Download that old song from the old Napster. And be
Maybe
like,
they gave-
oh, you got a computer virus.
You give me the old Y2K.
Yeah, the Y2K bug. Yep, exactly. Oh man,
That was it.
these kids got no clue what we're talking about.
No, just Google it.
What's Y-
Y2, the number 2, and the letter K.
Yeah, I gotta laugh at this. Gonna be. You guys thought the whole world's gonna end because of a number 0?
I know.
It's terrifying. We bought bottles of water. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
My family stocked up. We're like, just in case.
Get some TP. Get
Just
some
in case.
canned items.
Yep, some canned foods and such. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
What's your favorite alien movie? I don't know if you said it. You have a favorite alien movie? You and I are movie guys.
Well, going back to our movie episode, like one of the first ones I saw, alien movie, was my first drive-in movie, which was E.T.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Okay.
And it was just, it was Spielberg directed
Yeah.
it, right?
Yep.
And it had Reese's Pieces in it. So like,
He
kinda
was
like
PCs.
that,
Drew
But
Barrymore's
he
first
was,
movie.
And E.T.
Yep.
was so ugly, but
Yeah,
he kind of
he's
like,
lovable.
what's his name? The Gremlin, the fluffy one. I can't think of his name right now.
From Gremlins.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did he have
Gizmo?
any? Gizmo, thank you.
Gizmo, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
weird,
lovable.
but he's just low. Like
Yeah.
how many like stuffed animal toys did they make for
That
him?
was-
All right, we're back here.
Yeah, talking about E.T. was your first drive-in.
Yes.
How cute and cuddly he was, and I said that was
It
like
was.
something very like quintessential 80s.
Yes.
Like Gizmo, E.T., Chewbacca, like this alien creature that's like looks ugly, but it's like you want a pet or not a pet, a stuffed animal version of it, and
Yeah.
bring it home in love and say, oh.
Yeah. And E.T. and like Gizmo definitely.
Oh,
had
what
that.
about Alf? Remember Alf?
Yes, the TV
Alien
show.
life form.
Alien
Yeah,
life
he was
form?
ugly. Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
a throwback.
That's a good one. Yep.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That is a
So-
real far back.
Aliens and stuff, that was definitely a major part of our childhood, and
Totally.
it still goes on today. Like, those Quiet Place movies, kids love those. They're all
Yes.
creepy and stuff, but I had on this list Nope. That was a Jordan Peele's latest film. Came out 2022.
Okay.
Whole thing, alien spacecraft and stuff. So they're still constantly being made. They're out there.
Oh yeah, people are constantly. With technology and like how they can analyze information. Like if skeletal remains were found, that
Right.
sort of stuff.
That was Mexico in the summer. Did you see that news story too?
No.
Mexican government had 2 Peruvian mummy alien bodies, they claimed.
Oh.
So showing them around, people are like, "Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Looks good." They're like little, short little creatures.
Oh, see, that's
So-
that's different. Like
Yeah.
maybe they're children.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Like-
mummy children or alien children. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's like the heads, like the classic. When you think of an alien, like it's the
Yeah.
classic enlarged head, the
Yeah.
oversized eyes, maybe
Big
a couple
eyeballs.
slits for nose.
yep.
And I think they all communicate telepathically. I
Yeah,
don't think they
that's
speak
always been a
words.
thing. Yeah, right.
I
No,
think
like
they-
mouths or whatever. Yep.
No, they don't need. It reminds me of the Matrix.
Yeah. Oh, we should have mentioned that earlier. With the
Oh
whole-
yes, that's my big.
That was robots, but still, like
But
taking
still.
over and making people in a dream world,
Right.
peaceable. So,
What good is a phone if
Yes.
you don't have a mouth?
ooh, creepy. Go watch The Matrix, kids. Do yourself a favor.
Yes, please do.
Give them a nice homework assignment to watch some classic films. So,
Mind bending.
yep. The E.T. was good. I definitely like Predator. That was a great one.
Yeah,
Mars Attacks '96. That was
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
comedy. It was a little bit gross, but that was pretty funny.
yeah. Mars Attack.
Now, if you want to be scared, Signs definitely.
Signs,
Go to,
yes.
Mr. Whipple said.
That's the one I got to
Woo,
write down.
could not look away.
No.
Honorable mentions, Mr. Van. We mentioned War of the Worlds, 2005. Tom Cruise.
yeah,
that was
with,
really good.
Tom
Yep.
Cruise, right? Yeah.
I also like The Faculty, 1999. It has Elijah Wood.
Okay.
Aliens try to take over the school. So
I
and
don't
starting with
know
the
if I watched-
teachers,
yeah.
The Faculty, and those are the big ones there.
Excellent. I
Yeah.
haven't seen
Yeah.
Faculty. Yeah.
And they're still making more. They've made a bunch of Predator movies. They still make Alien, this, that, and the other thing, like Alien Resurrection, Alien Covenant.
I know.
They're
just keep-
still out there.
I mean, there's that interest. It's like cultish.
Oh, yeah,
In a way,
yeah.
you know.
I think people are just so drawn to Are they real? They're going to keep putting out this media and these products that talk about, that discuss it.
Yeah. That's awesome. I know. It's just that there's that thirst for it, like, because it's just the unknown.
Definitely.
And what is out there, you can't be naive thinking about.
You know what's out there? The truth is out there.
The truth is out there.
X-Files reference. That was a great 90s show about the aliens, too.
X-Files,
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we'll ask Mr. Whipple when he comes back on Monday because they're giving him a ride right now, and then we'll have all the answers. So we'll be all set.
We're gonna have the inside scoop.
Yeah, he says he's going to bring one alien on the show, too. So.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to talk, but we'll figure it out. So.
Maybe they'll just communicate.
Yeah, telepathically.
Telepathically, or they can move my hand and make it right.
There you go. Ah, creepy.
Yeah, I'm like the marionette.
Perfect. All right, so definitely, please let us know on all of our socials. What do you think? Are aliens real, plausible, not real? What's your favorite alien movie? Would you accept a ride in a spaceship? Like, what was that other one? Flight of the Navigator?
Yeah.
80s film. He gets picked up by an alien. Awesome. That's a great Disney movie.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to be thinking Disney all night, laying like 1 a.m., like wake up like, what about this alien movie?
Oh, I know. I think of,
what about Battle L.A., like the Warfare movie with Tom Eckert or whatever his name is?
Well, defining what is an alien movie, too,
Yeah, like, I know.
You
know. That's true. I'd be curious to hear that, too. So, let us know. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thanks for listening and or watching, depending on where you're at. And I think we're excited to kick off and finish another phenomenal episode.
Yep, episode 2.
Episode 2, season 3.
All right, yep.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Very cool,
on YouTube.
Do it. We need sponsorship.
Yes.
Otherwise, the aliens win. Don't let them win.
We don't.
All right, we're going to beam up to the Millennium Falcon now and go portal out of here, and we'll catch you guys next time.
All right. Peace.
All right, later.